Now then, people, welcome to Danny Styler. If you've not been here before, hit subscribe and like the video. What I want to be doing, I've got a bit of an idea with this. So I'm going to, instead of just like talking up on YouTube, because you know, it's easy to come here and moan about me having the cold and all that lot, but it's not very entertaining, is it? And it's not very entertaining for me. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do some share play, and it gave me the idea a moment ago because I'm flicking through my phone. I've just said hello on Monk's channel there. Then we got Monk and his missus out there on the live and that, keeping it active. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna do some watching YouTube, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna then break down the content. So as opposed to like where I normally make a reaction video to, let's say if Lil Durk got sentenced and I did a reaction video to that, like, you can do it where you're streaming, watching it anyway, and then when you actually get a reaction video out of just streaming live, you can clip it and then you can turn it into its own video then, instead of putting together ideas like, you know, let's do a reaction video to the Melly trial. There's so many different things that are on YouTube that you can react to, especially in my algorithm. I don't know what it's about. So anyway, I mean, I'll show you. I mean, for the first video to start off with, because I might as well get it in whilst we're early, I'm going to be watching a Charlie Vietch video. Now, I've got my own opinions about Charlie Vietch. You know, I've not got none of that mad hate and all that type of stuff where you get these ones, people who are saying, well, when I catch him and all that type of stuff. At the end of the day, he's a YouTuber. He's doing that's what it is. Whether I agree with the content or not is a different situation. But the fact is, he's a YouTuber. Now, BBC have made a documentary on him, and they're trying to get him involved and stuff like that. Now, I can imagine that the documentary is not going to try and paint him out in a good light. It's going to try and make him nefarious. Now, there's a thing with this YouTube, isn't there? You know, going into the cities, talking about, it's a thing now. Getting into the cities, talking to people that are struggling, many ghettos and stuff like that to be wandered round. Some people do it in a good way. Some people do it in a bad light, and make it bad for other YouTubers as well that actually, natural content as opposed to causing drama. Billy Moore, I'd say, is the number one guy for getting about and getting content, and so big up Billy Moore with that, because myself, I watch the content. So, he goes in some crazy places. Just watched the video before. He's inside a den with needles all over the gaff. I mean, I wouldn't walk in that building. I ain't trying to catch one of them inside my feet. But he had the gloves on. Billy had gloves on, and it was the knuckle gloves. And he said these are sort of knock people out quicker. And I thought, he knows it's dangerous what he's doing then. But Charlie Vietch has made this he's making it a bad space, I would say. And from the beginning, I think it was Nosdog who pointed out to me, godson. It was him that pointed it out to me about this guy called Charlie Vietch. And I was like, no, I've not heard of him. And he was like, go and look at his content. He's a dickhead, so on and so on. So I went and looked, and, at this point, then he was just about getting started with what he was doing, this Charlie Vietch. And yes, big up, man. Burger Drive Banter makes great videos, man. Great videos. So so I looked at his videos and thought, nah, this guy's like getting people, and then I seen him with security. Then after that, then as time went on, started getting security. Now he's wanting to fight people, and so I think the BBC we're gonna have a look at it in a moment. We're gonna share play it. That's the idea, and over the time, like. If I just do streaming like this, like let's say I watch another video afterwards, because there's plenty of content to be looked at. Even burger joints content's worth looking at on YouTube for a laugh and stuff like that. Making crazy videos, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. One of the most funniest person to make videos on this side of the YouTube atmosphere. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I'm not on here ranting either. I'm on here ready to do some share play. Yesterday I was on here and I was talking, and after a while it just begets a little bit like, you just end up talking before you know you're fucking moaning. So yeah, I mean, let's have a look at what these other YouTubers are doing. Let's have a look at the content that they're creating. Let's see whether it's bad. I'm interested. I'm going to actually put earphones in for it as well. So I might look like the guy off BBC now with these earphones. Dr. Rapple tried to rip me and say that I've got earphones that look like BBC ones. Well, at least I fucking got a set, Dr. Rapple. Anyway, so and they've got a microphone on Dr. Rapple. Right, Andrew's in the building. We got Andrew. Easy now. We're doing some share play. We're going to watch Charlie Vietch. After that, we're going to watch something else. And then maybe something else and something else. I mean, we could be here all night. I mean, I've got now to do. I've just been full of the flu. What else is there to do? And I'm watching a rap. You could put that in one of your things, burger joint. Don't make a mad video on me, bro. Please don't do it to me. Oh no. It would be good having a mad video made though, wouldn't it? But just like you wouldn't want it where you was like bleeding, where you was oh mate, the way that he can do you, man. But I mean these people for him to catch you in that light, I mean him able to make the video so fucking funny about you. You stepping it yourself. I mean, this video was on, I think, Danny G. You know what I mean? I mean, he's a lunatic not even in his own right, man. He's just a lunatic, man. He needs proper help. Giant said, "Don't worry, I've got you." Oh man, he's probably got me moaning about the flu, and then the next minute I've got a bleeding finger with a fucking load of snot coming down. Oh mate, yeah. So as I say, there's some YouTubers that don't do this stuff for fun. You know what I mean? They do it for gain. They do it for, I would never sell my soul in the way of saying that I would become a nuisance YouTuber for all you lot to not like you particular, but the whole of YouTube lot to subscribe to me because I'm one big dickhead. Do you know what I mean? There's such thing as being like famous and there's such thing as being infamous. Now, I feel that Charlie Vietch is infamous. It's just been on my phone then. I looked at it and I thought, that's where that's what I'm gonna look at. I thought, I'm gonna do the share play with that because that's something I'm interested in watching. And it's something that's been brought up on my channel many times before, obviously, because people was trying to get at me. I mean, shit, maybe I should have done it. Because people was trying to tell me 2-3 years ago, Danny, you need to be in that city centre of yours, man. So get the content. And like, it's not laziness, it's life. It is life itself, mate. Like catching up, trying to keep yourself on your feet is the main thing, yeah. So, but space and time and stuff like that is what's got to be put into it. And do you know what? I'd rather get into it now knowing what it's all about, like going on them streets, man. Because it seems like you can get attacked by anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it weren't like that in one time in Manchester. You've got to remember, I'm from there. I'm at Piccadilly Gardens, to me, where all that happens. Like I used to walk through that every single day, and it was not violent. Like you're seeing people getting dragged off bikes and all that backwards by people. mad crazy guys. I don't care me when they're ballied up and all that, and they stood there like, you know, all like looking intimidating and that. It don't really bother me. That it doesn't. I'm not shy. Like, I'd probably tone it up by going, yes, lad, something like that. Do you know what I mean? But some of them know it does seem that it might not be yes, lad. It seems that maybe in this day and age now, 2025, it's gotten that crazy that when you do go to Piccadilly Gardens, if you've got a fucking camera out and it's pointed at any single one of these people that are balaclavaed up or mashed up and just drinking or whatever the fuck, it's like they want a war at there and then, and before you know it, you're gonna have a guy who seems to be coming at you. I'm putting people out, man. I don't give a fuck that. Some fucking foreigner comes at me in my city because no, man, can't happen, gang. Right, so we've got the earphones on. We're rocking. Sometimes I can't imagine the world outside. Let's get this tone right, man. Mate, why have I got these stupid earphones on? So I can listen to this Charlie Vietch gang. Right, anyway. Add it to the stage. I'm going to become little now. Little Danny. There I am. Right, so there's Charlie Vietch. I'm not the best of looking guys, and neither is he. Ugly. Anyway, response to BBC and Manchester hit pieces on me. I don't know that much about this guy there. Is he even from Manchester? Let's find, you know, let's see what happens.
Hi, everyone. It's almost Christmas, but so in the last 10 days or so, both the Manchester Evening News and the BBC have done hit pieces against me, and they've both invited me to take part. But having good spidey sense, I knew it was going to be a hit piece, so I politely declined both the MEN and the BBC News from getting involved. Now, before we begin, I just want to show you a short excerpt, which I share now in fair use for commentary.
So he's coming across like he's being done wrong, like he's an Andrew Tate or something, like he's like, oh, why are they doing this to me? I'm not going to fall for their plan. That's what that sounds like. You've got to stop these videos as well, otherwise you get bleeding copyright. I don't want to get copyright from this sausage.
I should say we asked Charlie Vietch to take part in the programme, but he declined. Sarah Lester is editor of the Manchester Evening News, and they just published a report into Charlie Vietch.
Charlie Vietch has just caused a war in... This guy's crazy.
What we wanted to do is look at Charlie Vietch's journey. He is a guy who thinks he's documenting something. He's quite charismatic as well.
Oh, he's definitely not documenting it. Come on, gang. He's not documenting that. He's not documenting it. He's going around poking the panda, as they would say. But he's not documenting. Come on, Billy Moore documents, man. Hit a one in there if you think he's if you think that what he does is not documenting. He's not been making a documentary. I'm telling you, mate. No, man. Let's carry on. No documentary guy.
As well, and he's basically exploiting, targeting, however you want to put it, the vulnerable. Some of these people, Piccadilly Gardens is an area where there's quite a lot of people homeless people who live, addiction, mental health issues.
Right where he goes to, there's a line, a full line of tents, right? That's the reason why they sort of hang around there, and the food vans, and you'll notice that if you watch like food being given out on the on Manchester programs, I mean, it's become terrible, man. It weren't like that, but he's definitely, you know, from what I know, he is exploiting people and poking the vulnerable.
And they kind of get baited until they react, and then that's uploaded for profit. It's really punching down, and there's no context. It's kind of like a human form of bear baiting, really.
We should say that Charlie Beach would probably not agree with the categorization of his work as you put it, but he's not here to put that himself.
You're damn right, BBC man. I would probably disagree with that way that you've described my.
What an arrogant bitch. Jesus Christ, I do not like you.
She calls it, he thinks he's documenting work. So that was Sarah Lester, the editor of BBC News. I will post the whole thing on my X account, which I'll link below so that you can all see the way she carried on.
How many views is it?
This lady in her attic who, the physiognomy doesn't lie. She looks like the kind of person who's got maybe warped sentiments and instincts. And she's done the classic lefty liberal playbook of, first of all, taking away the agency of what I would describe as psychotic, drug-addled bums on the street.
Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Oh, no, did he just say that? Now, let's look at this from Billy Moore to Charlie Vietch. These BBC people are not going out and trying to even look at Billy Moore. They ain't even trying to, they'll probably sponsor him, man. Right? So, what he's just said is absolutely. Do you know? I had to go through so much to get myself housed, mate. I didn't have to live on no streets. I've got people, you get me, but some people haven't, right? And some people are fucked, and some people it is their own cause. Yeah, but it does not mean that you have to come with your camera and your arrogance and your bouncers, and whilst you're cameraing them, getting them to respond to you, and then going, oh, what's up? And he's caught on when he stood there, he's going, it's Crackadilly Gardens and all that. Crackadilly, you know. You want to see it in summertime, it looks great, mate. Yeah, I know it looks ruthlessly bad most times, like, yeah, because that you're being shown the bad side of it, man. But if you go and have a look through my videos, I was live in Manchester the other week. I popped through the market stuff and that. It's calm, collective, cool. Like, it weren't fucking everyone beating each other up, and it's all about the moment, man. And it seems to be that these people, this guy knows where these certain people that are exploitable, where they actually are, to go and poke the panda. And as the lady said, I agree with her. And I ain't no motherfucking left-wing guy, man. Get out of here about I'd be a left-wing. So he's coming with the fact that he's like a right-wing, showing you what is, you know, what's happening to the country. You're not making it any better by doing that, and you definitely ain't showing the world what it's all about. You're just making it look worse. You're making it a situation that's already bad even worse. Back to the program.
Turning them into poor little, victim children who I'm taking advantage of. You saw her words, described as psychotic, drug-addled bums on the street, and turning them into poor little, victim children who I'm taking advantage of. You saw her words. I'm doing a human form of bear baiting.
Yeah.
I'm targeting them. I'm harassing them. I should maybe get my high-powered lawyers to have a word with you, Sarah Lester.
High-powered lawyers? Oh, my God, man. This guy talk about taking the BBC to court over him poking the homeless and the drug addicts. As I said, I understand that some of them are absolute lunatics that want to attack you and have got all types of weapons and shit. But going over and enticing them, I mean, is that what you do? And then camera it, and then when the BBC want to call you out for what everybody else is calling you out for, you don't do what Billy Moore does. Billy Moore shows a different side to the bad side of life. He'll ask them questions. He understands that some of them are lost and they'll never be able to get back. But he's got his story like Turbo, the one that he saved. So when he's saying stuff like that there about psychotic drug addicts, and I kind of get it, yeah, because they are out there, but they're in every city. This is how it's getting. It's day and age. He wants to go and take his ass over to New York City or to LA and take himself down Skid Row and see what it's really about. Because I tell you what, yeah, he wouldn't survive half an hour down there. His security couldn't save him either, the fucking little sausage.
See how you like it. So last week, the BBC did MEN, Manchester Evening News, did an article titled, "Will the real Charlie Vietch please stand up? Please stand up." And it was well written enough by the journalist, who again I politely declined to respond to because I knew it was a hit piece.
Dude, will the real Charlie Vietch please stand up? This guy thinks he's Eminem. He says a hit piece as well. It's him that said it's the hit piece, not even BBC. Oh, what a funny guy, man! Like what a piss-taking guy. Get that Christmas tree out my face as well, man. I'm not feeling festival. You have to do this as well, gang.
And again, they speak to Andy Burnham, the mayor of Manchester's office. They speak to the council. They speak to members of the police. And, you know, to be fair to Greater Manchester Police, they say he operates within the law. So it's not a police matter.
But they say that when left-wing liberals are throwing bottles at right-wings, they say that, oh, it's just part of, at the moment, the police have got no power. You get me? Like in them cities and that, like people like you. I'm telling you now, the police would definitely not agree with what you are doing. They would rather you not do what you're doing. I'm telling you, man, there's no way that they appreciate what you do. They can't do. They can't, man. I might have to watch some Charlie Vietch videos and see what's going on. Crazy guy.
But the old dinosaur media, Manchester Evening News, BBC, they've gone after myself. Also, Kurt Kaz, the other YouTuber, he's been attacked in the Daily Mail this week. So it's open season on YouTubers now. Now, we don't even...
On YouTubers like you, that's the difference. On the ones that provoke them. You get guys going over to other countries and doing the same thing, going over to bleeding Thailand and terrorizing the place and getting locked up. Atozy, which is a good channel, shows you some of the stories about streamers who go abroad, get arrested and that, and end up doing time in foreign jails. But he's doing the same thing over in this country. Because I've seen what he does. I've just not watched in depth. I couldn't sit there and watch an hour and a half of it.
About the way the BBC has been, destroyed in other media, and quite rightly so, for their stitching of a Donald Trump speech to make him look like he's inciting violence.
What's that got to do with you?
For a large amount. We don't need to talk about the Eric Gill statue at the front of BBC headquarters. A man who they've kept the statue there. It came out that he was doing some very strange things with his daughters.
And I don't agree with the BBC either. They did the Donald Trump thing. They're known to be absolutely nefarious in giving us entertainers that turn out to be offenders and worse. So I don't agree with the BBC, but I just don't agree with him either. So I wouldn't mind someone like the BBC pointing this guy out to be bad. So when people see him in the street, the normal people, they tell him to get fucked. He's getting famous for this shit. That's the madness of it.
And we're not going to talk about Jimmy Savile, probably one of the top,
What's that?
in terms
you
of,
though?
power at the BBC. He was
Come
one
on,
of their
man.
top guys. What he was doing
What are you
to
talking about?
children throughout the years. So
I don't
you've
want
got
to
this
hear
organization.
this.
I just want to be fair to the BBC guy. You're right. I would disagree with how Sarah Lester, the editor at Manchester Evening News. Now, this is classic lefty, wokey nonsense. That she's probably watched some clips on TikTok, which are stolen from me. I don't post to TikTok. All my videos contain massive amounts of context. All my videos are very fair and very, very truthful because I'm literally filming in public, in the street, going about my adventures. And my remit, my aim is just to be able to walk around filming public things publicly without being bottled, without being attacked, without being injured.
As soon as you go there, they know who you are. Because last time that you was there, you was winding them up and had 3 guys in front of you to protect you. And you're saying them, you're saying the most horrific things to these people. I think we may have to watch in a moment a Charlie Vietch where he's actually calling these people names for no reason. Some of them are just sat there doing nothing and he's pointing the camera at them and he just stood there slagging them off, man. And he wonders why then he'll get trouble. Like, that's why you've had to get security guards, man. Let's carry on, man. Charlie Leach.
I've had to hire a security team for Manchester. Now, rather than maybe the establishment going, maybe Manchester is a bit effed up, maybe UK cities are in massive decline. No, they shoot the messenger. Classic, lefty, corporate-loving, nonsense media. And for her to then say that I upload it for profit, well, Sarah Lester, up in your attic with your frizzy hair, do you do your work for free? You might be a little bit more ideologically committed to your whatever you're doing than I am. I want to save the country. I want people to see the truth.
Nah, man, he ain't trying to save the country. No, mate, I've heard it all now. Charlie Vietch, everybody, is out to save the country. That's what he's doing. He's created the YouTube channel to save the country. Like, I've heard it all. Like, that is hilarious, man. Like, especially if you know what this guy's about.
Truth. I want people to enjoy my videos. I've never said I'm a journalist. I've never said I'm the media. I may have a couple of times in the past said that, when dealing with security, oh yeah, I'm a journalist just to try and gain access to somewhere. But that's about it. Otherwise, it's the Charlie Vietch show.
Lying.
And as the BBC guy then goes on to say, maybe the old legacy media has got a thing or two to learn. And then the show goes on to this other lady.
You're not Joe Rogan, man.
I need to be brought under regulation. You can't have independent guys walking around with their own opinions. And then they both said, both the guests, and that they're like saying, oh yeah, viewers might not know whether Charlie is the news or whether it's just his YouTube channel.
Bad mouse.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And so I didn't want to respond. I didn't want to get involved. But when they're literally defaming you on national television.
Because they would show you clips of him. We could do it now. They would show you clips of him absolutely terrorizing these people, them responding, and this is what he's talking about. Now that they're making him out to be the bad guy, they ain't trying to make him out to be the bad guy because he's the good guy. This guy is using left-wing ideologies, right, to say that he's like, oh, I'm showing the right side of things, so the lefties are after me. Like, I doubt that. For one, I understand the BBC. They're as corrupt, yeah, as the Chicago bleeding police, right? And it doesn't mean that a journalist from the BBC hasn't done their homework on you and what you do, watched your content, broke down what you do, and seen that what you do is pure bullying behavior, arrogance, confidence on bullying and thinking that it's right. No, that's not how you solve these problems. The problems are already here. So you don't go over and kick someone whilst they're already down. So I disagree again with what this guy's talking about, man.
Television to millions of people. I don't know if people still watch the BBC.
No,
You're
I don't.
forced to do a response. And so, Sarah Lester, you're seething with this kind of warped maternal instinct, I'd call it, seeing these people who you're taking away their agency on the street, turning them into little victim children, poor little children that if only they were allowed to take their drugs and like defecate and like attack people with bottles and stab each other on the streets of Manchester, then they'd be okay. No, it's not okay. And one of the reasons this country has gone to the dogs is because of sentiments like yours. You're an embarrassment to your company. You're an embarrassment to the truth. And you're an embarrassment to me for defaming me in the way that you have, saying that I'm doing a human form of bear baiting. No, I want to.
I agree with what he's just said. Right, the country is in turmoil. The NHS system is built for 50 million people. It's overridden with 70 million. More and more each day keep getting added. Everything's bursting. Benefits, all of it. This man's chasing people that have got Uber bikes, and asking them where they're from and stuff like that. And I understand, like, yeah, man, there's a big problem in the countries, and you can easily, especially when you've got a voice, like Charlie Vietch has got a voice. So he's able to do things like this here, now make this video and get, 169,000 views. So obviously he's got a voice. So what he's just said is some of it's just right. He is mixing real life problems and situations with the fact that he's now being targeted for making these type of documentary style vlogs. I would say it again, Billy Moore does exactly the same thing and does it completely different to him. Billy doesn't need any security. That's not because he's a bleeding Thai guy and all that. It's because he gets himself in situations, but he doesn't poke it where he needs security. You need that security whilst he's in them cities. He needs that security. So it's crazy that he thinks that he's a victim. And also the fact that I was using the terminology children for these people that he's antagonizing. Anybody that watches Charlie Vietch's programs or has ever watched them knows what this guy is really about. I've never heard anybody have a good thing to say about him. But the one thing I have noticed is his numbers grow. I've also noticed Billy Moore numbers grow. With those numbers growing, it seems that obviously that type of content done in the right way, getting in there basically, asking questions or doing what Charlie does, which is not asking questions. He's fully legitimately winding them up and he's there to have beef with them. He says that he goes to that city and gets targeted straight away. I would say that it's the other way around. You go there with your camera targeting them. What is, as one bad mouse says there, that's deluded. That's a deluded mind. So Charlie Vietch is very narcissistic, it seems.
To film publicly, which is everyone's God-given right to do.
You're allowed to, yeah.
And like you're doing the very thing that you're accusing me of doing. You're making money selling stories. You put the story about, will the real Charlie Vietch please stand up behind a paywall? a paywall, so people have to pay to read it. And then you accuse me of uploading for profit. Oh no, that guy, he's trying to make money. He's trying to pay for his children. He's trying to buy his children Christmas gifts.
Is that what you're doing? Okay.
This is the world we live in now. The messenger, that's why it became a meme. That's why it became a saying, don't shoot the messenger. I just want to document. And she goes, he thinks he's documenting it. Well, what am I doing? I'm pointing a camera.
Antagonizing people. That's what you're doing.
At reality that's happening in front of me. That's it. That's literally
going to the worst places and antagonizing the people that are there. That is what he's doing.
it. That's all I've got to say. This is Charlie Vietch. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
No, man. Not Merry Christmas to you. Right. I mean, it's very easy. I can see on here by reading the comments there. Then, like that, it's everybody then was commenting, and it wasn't about Charlie. He wasn't saying, "Oh,
you know, poor Charlie has been out getting attacked in the city." And you know, no, man, like this guy actually probably deserves a documentary putting out there about him to make people aware of people like him, because he is the versions of them guys that go abroad, antagonize the foreign, and you know, end up in jail. Clearly, the government doesn't like what he's doing. Everybody already can see. You do not need Charlie Vietch to see that Manchester City Centre is done for. Like, not done for, but has got a big problem. You've only got to walk at the train station and walk down the side of Piccadilly Road, right? And then you'll come up on the left-hand side, then would be Piccadilly Gardens. I walked through there, never had a problem. I walked through there like over 1 million times, I reckon. Maybe not 1 million. I don't know how many times you walk there over in a lifetime. But like I say, his version of it, I don't understand why when I go there, do I not see that same thing that he sees? If me and my mate eyes are walking through that city, and eyes usually is one of them who gets fucking chatting to somebody as well, and we stand there. I always stand there, be quiet, but that video there, and if you watched it, the way that he come across on that video, it's not. That's so arrogant. You can see it. Like, oh, I'm trying to feed my kids and get them presents. Like, I thought you said that he was trying to change the world. There's already a fucking contradiction. He's saying it's a job. If it's a job, why not do it like Billy Moore and go out there and actually document it and ask the questions? Or are you not capable of having a civilized conversation with somebody that's not on your level? Now, when I say on your level, I mean you're obviously got a home going, you've got your life together and stuff. You're talking to somebody that's on the streets, right? So he's talking to somebody from the streets. Instead of him going over and acting all Mr. Superpower Mighty, why not go over and do what Billy Moore does? And at one point I even said, like, why don't Billy Moore show the good sides of things, so on and so on? But compared to like what this guy does is absolutely delusional. That is deluded, says it all, man. Big up Robert Lee. Yes, man. How you doing, bro? Thanks for calling in. Ha, that picture always makes me laugh, man. So yeah, I mean, that to me, there's just plain bullying. Like as I said, he uses security to do the antagonising, and then the security stand right in front of him. And if the guys come near him, the security will go at them. And you know, he says that he has to pay for the security. I'm telling you right now, you do not need security to go to Manchester City. I'm staying in Manchester next week. Here's what's crazy. I'm going, what is it? It's Sunday. I'm going Manchester this week. Yeah, I'm staying in Manchester for a couple of weeks. I'm going to be in that city quite a bit. I will go live and we will see whether I get the same reaction from those people. Exactly where that guy goes, will those people treat me the same? I bet you they do not bring me no antagonisation. Guarantee it. It's bling bling from Bum Fights, if you remember. Yeah. Bum Fights, you know, that was some crazy work. Now Bum Fights there now. Like this is the type of thing now. Like what Charlie's doing. Charlie Vietch is going out and get going. He's saying that he's being targeted. No, like if you're going out, he's going out and targeting. Like that's just how do you put the two and two together? So there's a contradiction, right, on that one. Contradiction number two is you said you want to change the world. You want to show Manchester for how bad it is, how people aren't safe, how they need security. I'm going to go there and I want to guarantee you that there is no security needed when you are walking around Manchester. I was live there last week and not one person said to me, and I was on Piccadilly Gardens right on that part as well. Like, where do you think the Christmas fair is where I've done the video? Yes, Secret Squirrel. Hope you're good, man. I've just done some reviewing of a Charlie Vietch. Charlie Vietch has got a documentary that's been made about him by the BBC, and I've just done a share play on it, had a look at it and responded to it. I think he's the deluded individual that goes out and bullies homeless people and drug addicts. He knows where they are. He knows where to look for them. He goes and targets them. He says he's being targeted by the BBC. They're doing it because he's making just general people that want to actually walk around. I can imagine at the moment that there's somebody like out there that may have a camera, right? Because you've got to be ready kind of thing as well, you know. Like I say, I will go out there with my camera next week and I will go exactly around them bits and I'll go near them people. I guarantee you it does not end up in a bad situation. I can guarantee it. Not unless I saw somebody that wanted to blow my head off from years ago or whatever. Like, that might be different then. Then we might see a murder live on YouTube in the middle of Manchester. I don't know that happened. It's been a long time since we've been ganging. But, yeah, exactly, Danny, the same thing. It is the same thing because he's targeting these people, man. And they're at the lowest category, the lowest tax bracket, whatever you want to bleeding call it. They're at the lowest part. They're not even at that. They're at beyond mental breakdown. They're beyond. Some of them are beyond taking to a mental health home and helping. Big up Turbo, as was said up here before about Turbo. Turbo's not been on the drugs and that. Is you get me? He said that he's never going back to Manchester again because obviously that's where his demons are. So it's not like when you go to Manchester, it's like you just crack cocaine addicts everywhere, man. It's not the Bronx. Like, this Charlie guy's crazy making out like that, so it is. Why go right? So you get a camera, go and put yourself in loads of bad different situations, using security guards as well, goading people while you're doing it, get a reaction from it. And then when people moan about what you're doing, you go, hang on a minute, I'm doing a good service. No, man, that to me is a lying motherfucker. Big up Monk Buddha. We've just watched the Charlie Vietch. We'll go back over it again. This is Charlie Vietch moaning about the fact that he's had a BBC documentary made about him. We'll watch bits of it. Now just see on what I'm talking about.
Christmas, but so in the last 10 days or so, both the Manchester Evening News and the BBC have done hit pieces against me, and they've both invited me to take part. But having good spidey sense, I knew it was going to be a hit piece, so I politely declined both the MEN and the BBC News from getting involved. Now, before we begin, I just want to show you a short excerpt, which I share now in fair use for commentary.
I should say we asked Charlie Vietch to take part in the programme, but he declined. Sarah Lester is editor of the Manchester Evening News, and they just published a report into Charlie Vietch.
A report. The word report, they've done a report. So like I said before, he does a good spin. I'll give him that he's pretty clever, the way that he spins it, because it'd been different if it had been Channel 4, you know what I mean? Maybe they could have gone down there and done it. It wouldn't have been, he wouldn't have been able to use it against them. But the BBC's got a very dark history. This guy talks about Jimmy Savile. He talks about everything that the BBC have done dead bad, that they're not credible. But what I'm saying is why would they be looking at you in the first place? Like, you clearly are doing something wrong for them to do this investigation into you in the first place. Like, and when the way you paint out you're a victim now is crazy work, man. Getting a reload. Let's watch this.
What we wanted to do is look at Charlie Vietch's journey. He is a guy who thinks he's documenting something. He's quite charismatic as well, and he's basically exploiting, targeting, however you want to put it, the vulnerable. Some of these people, Piccadilly Gardens is an area where there's quite a lot of people homeless people who live, they're battling addiction, mental health issues, and they kind of get baited until they react, and then that's...
They can get baited until they react. So now let's have a flip forward to him telling you how bad it is for him.
Stand up, please stand up. And it was well written enough by the journalist Charlie Vietch. Please stand up, please stand up. And it was well written enough by the journalist, who again I politely declined to respond to because I knew it was a hit piece. And again, they speak to Andy Burnham, the mayor of Manchester's office. They speak to the council. They speak to members of the police. And to be fair to Greater Manchester Police, they say he operates within the law, so it's not a police matter.
Like I say, he's very good at bending it to his direction. That's what I can say. The way that he's using the police there, is the police are on my side, but clearly the authorities aren't. So soon you'll probably have the police not on your side. Especially when you make a documentary about you and say how bad you are in Manchester, then the police clock you and say, "Oi, Charlie, fuck off. You bald-headed fuck." Not that it's dead bad to have bald-headed people,
But the old dinosaur media, Manchester Evening News, BBC, they've gone after myself. Also, Kirk Kaz, the other statue at the front of BBC headquarters, a man who they've kept the statue there. It came out that he was doing some very strange things with his daughters. And we're not going to talk about Jimmy Savile, probably one of the top, in terms of, power at the BBC. He was one of their top guys.
He's out, bro.
What he was doing to children throughout the years. So you've got this organization. I just want to be fair to the BBC guy.
You see, now that's where then I say, no, man. you're full of shit. You're bending the truth there now. These are making a documentary on you, right? Jimmy Savile, some statue, Philip Schofield, fucking Fred the Weatherman. Who else is there? I don't know, man. But they've got nothing to do with Charlie Vietch. The journalist that he will be making this, or the journalist team, because they said they're making, they're doing an investigation. So I can't imagine it's one person. He's going on because they've got a dark history. That if they report on somebody like him, you've only got to watch his product to see what it is. Then to know that, hang on, even though it's the BBC and we know that they're dodgy as fuck, you are still responsible for your actions, mate. Now, I'd love to dare the guy to do these documentaries without his security. You know? A cheeky guy, man. He creates problems for sure. Buddha's in the building. It's happening, Danny. I've been on my Charlie Vietch rant, man. I've just watched that video. I'm going to clip this and turn it into a Charlie Vietch video. What happened? Or were you on the wind up? No, I've been on this, watching this dude here. So I'm going to go back now to the home screen. And I'm going to see what else now. So I'm going to have to start again. I know it sounds crazy work, having to start again. Right, so welcome to the channel, everyone. Thank you for thanks for joining. We got the people that are already in the chat. We're doing reaction videos right now, so we'll be looking at something else. We've just done a reaction to a Charlie Vietch BBC program that is being made about him. Go and watch that video after you've watched this one, if you've not watched it already. So yeah, man, let's have a look out now for something else that's in the algorithm that gets thrown at me. The Streets Hoover saying the Crips have put a bounty on Charleston White. So the Hoover Crips. Charleston White has pissed off the Hoovers. Coco's having a good drink over there, aren't you, Coco? So yeah, I mean, shall we watch a Charleston White video, gang? I think that we should do. He's a bit of a crazy individual. When these bounties get put out these days, it's pretty bad. This person here, when I've got the thingy on there, this guy put a bounty on somebody's head and 100k bounty, and he got them killed. So bounties are real. It might be the same for Charleston White. I doubt it. But let's have a look and see who wants to kill Charleston White. I mean, it's no point in saying I wonder why, because when you hear what this guy says, when you'd be like, Jesus Christ, who is he? Especially if you've not seen him before. I don't give a let me tell you. Yeah, man, like the video and subscribe to the channel, gang. Give him an hand.
Oh no, they set me chest off. Just listening to what he says is crazy. Talk about all the Crips and Booty Bandits and that, man. What the fuck, man? Come on, Charleston. Shit, man, that's dropping a bomb there on Gumby. Is that what he said? Is that what he said? That he's like mentor, his main leader, and that tried to take his manhood and that, mate. I doubt it though, man, because Charleston just says the most outlandish stuff. It's just next level. Ooh, man. Slow. Yeah, I was there. I was not there like there with them. That sounds funny. I was watching this year. I swear to God, because I've been ill and that, right? I keep falling asleep at mad o'clock, so I might fall asleep tonight at like 7 o'clock. That's dead unusual for me to be asleep at 7 o'clock. But I might be asleep at like go boom, 7 o'clock. And then I might wake up at 12 o'clock midnight. And then I'll look for the TV. And I'm interested in Charleston White, Poetic Flacco, No Jumper. It's called the No Jumper atmosphere because it's that broadage, you know, it's got all these people in it. They've all got their own characters and their own fucking madness going on. Some of them are in jail at the moment on fucking RICO charges. You couldn't write it, man. It's watchable. And that's why I'm going to start watching this shit whilst I'm streaming it, because it just makes sense to do it. Because I'm watching it anyway. I'll be sat there watching this right now on TV. I swear to God, man. Swear to God and my mama. So anyway, yeah, you got to subscribe to the channel for that, man. Let me like me donkey up. What would have been funny then, yeah, is if I went and then just started coughing. So I was there when this happened. Charleston White, yeah, right, ended up getting put in a situation where this guy here on the right-hand side called Watt 100, he's a Pyru gang member. He's you know, people try and downplay his power, but he's got a lot of power. He's got a lot of say-so in the streets. So when he said there that smack, because Charleston White was banned from LA and told that he's not allowed to go there from the gang members, yeah? So he phoned this guy, Smack, who obviously has got some representation inside the streets. And I swear to God, Charleston phoned him like that when he was there. He'd just say, like, Watt 100 is putting it on me because I'm here. I swear to God, Watt 100 said, put Smack on. He put Smack on the phone and he told him straight, you ain't got no power. I like, you can't give Charleston the go ahead to come round here. And so Watt 100 was definitely giving it large. See? Yeah. Watch this live. See what I'm saying, yo? He's just said then to smack you ain't that kind of guy. You have not got the power to tell Charleston White that he can come here and now look at the betrayal that Charleston done, saying that he's a Hoover killer and all that lot, and he hates every one of them, and it just goes to show that the guy is just up and down like a yo-yo. True. If you can't get a song started, jump over to this website, gang. Oh, for fuck. Oh, this guy said that he's called Grizzly Bear, man. Because he's big. Oh, shit, man. This guy here is called Grizzly Bear, man. Fuck me. Why did you sound like a Smurf? What's going on? How old are these guys gangbanging like this, man? Like talking this mad shit. Like they've got 2 kids and fucking probably granddads and shit. And I don't know, man, but it seems too old for this business. Is this guy for real? Right. Over here in the UK, I don't know how many people are watching or anything right now. I'm not being rude to comment because I can only see this screen here. It's better for me to watch. I can give more focus. Like this guy, like, comes on a video. I don't know whether it's on this video next. He comes on with a balaclava on, with a set of plastic gloves on, sat on the same sofa with the same background. I swear to God, it's like, are these guys stupid? In America, right, yeah, they're watching this type of activity and they're locking people up, man. Gang members are all prey at the moment for the police. So when you've got somebody on the internet admitting that they're a gang member and then going out and doing gang activity, you can be jailed for being a gang member in America. So when this guy here, Grizzly fucking Bear, right, yeah, is on here with his face out and then wants to sit on the same settee with a balaclava on with a set of gloves on, dressed in black the way that he is right now, thinking that he must look different or something. Like, it makes me question, you know, the schooling. Like these guys are like you know, he's got his hands together. He's saying, "Yo, man, we're cripping," and like, so yeah, he's cripping. He's keeping it 100% cur. But it's like, how old are you, mate? Like, is Charleston White bothering you that much? Like, it'd be like Charleston White now slagging off this area where I'm at, and me just sitting on my sofa like that, right? I'm everybody that I know needs to, like, I don't even, it's just fucking unreal is what it is. Like the guy's not done anything to Charleston White. This guy is making it his business to be in Charleston White's business. And Charleston White is going to get him arrested. Let me tell you that right now. Charleston White is going to get this guy arrested. I will show you the footage in days to come. Guy said it can ease, you know. Kicked out of the gang. He's not in the gang. So see, because he's let his cards be shown, showing his cards straight away. And the Hoover, I think them Hoover Crips are looking to kill Charleston White for real over in LA. It might just be that one motherfucker though, because he's apparently phoning people in Fort Worth, Texas that are Hoovers and saying, "You aren't stepping up to the plate. You're letting this guy Charleston run around, talk all this madness about us, say that we're gay. Like, you just need to kill him, otherwise you're not doing it for the set." Like, I'm not being funny here. Charleston White is one of the most infamous, famous people up on the YouTube streets right now. Maybe on telly, but I don't know. It's YouTube where I watch him, and it's YouTube that he's known for. So, like, he's literally one of the most famous, the top famous impersonators. He plays, you know, Uncle Rufus. He also has a serious side to himself. He's not just a stupid idiot that comes off with mad stuff. He is intelligent and he does have good points, but he does it in a crazy way. But that's what's made him famous. So, Gumby, I knew he would have done. He's been trying to get out. He's been trying to talk for ages, man. I think Gumby just wants to fight him. yeah. Poetic Flacco's going in. I don't want to build anything. I just want to watch this video, but you bleeding coming the way of it. I don't want no base voice. Oh shit! Oh what was that, Raz? That was like a vision, you know, of a nightmare when you're asleep at night time and you're like there and you just get a clip, like it scares you. Like that's that. Like watch this shit now without the advert. Yeah. Go on, gang, want to join in now? Let me get let me get let me I hope you're enjoying watching this. Is that a shower of Danny sitting in the bathroom? No, it's a lie, bro. Nah, man. I sat in the living room, brother. I'm in the corner. Yeah, I'm locked off in the corner. My TV's there, my sofa's there. That's a funny one, that, you know. Yeah, dim the light down. So, I am well, man. It's good to see you, motorsport, man. It's been a long while, man. It's been a long time. We got Secrets, but Squirrel and all the good ones, you know that. Sammy Hamburgers, big up, brother. Is that a show red sitting in the background, Danny? That's me slipping, you know, not watching the chat whilst I'm, because it goes smaller on my screen as well, so it's easier for me to watch it like that. Charleston, mate, he's obviously going to get, you know, well, these guys don't seem too serious. I mean, it's still worth watching. There's still more left of it, so it's going to go back on.
You are not righteous yourself, so you can't critique us. You can't take that angle. Because people like Charleston White, myself, D1, and others, we've done a pretty brilliant job at sort of providing gangbangers with the worst PR they've ever gotten over the last 5 years. So when you're going at Charleston White, somebody could not even know who the gangbanger is Charleston White is going at. They couldn't even know that gangbanger from a can of paint. That gangbanger,
see how serious,
righteous, most spiritual.
Have you seen how serious it's taken over there, though? Like, this gang member shit is like, wow, like I felt the you know, when I was younger, I know that everybody gets about in teams and stuff like that when they're younger, but I was legitimately in a real gang, do you know what I mean? That's still going today. But there is no getting put off and got to check in the hood and like, I'm going back to Manchester next week and I'm staying with the people in the hood. So I kind of get it. Like, you know, there's no growing up in that game, because when you see each other from years ago, you know, you've all been about a certain type of life. So when you meet each other later on and have, you know, share bread together later on in life, you still are the same people that you was when you was in your 20s, except that you've just got more morals and stuff now. But in America, it just seems that they take it real serious, man. Like, it's like if you woke up in the morning and walked outside and said, I've had enough of this shit, fuck the Crips, and you're a Crip, like, that shit will probably get you shot dead. That's crazy work. I mean, if I went out in Manchester and said, fuck the gang, like, mentioned the name, there ain't nobody gonna come and shoot me for that. Like, nah, man. Shit, I couldn't even turn around and say, someone might say to me, why was you shouting the other week, Danny, saying fuck the gang and that? So I was pissed off, bro. Oh, what was up, bro? What was the matter? He wouldn't be like that, like reporting back to like the head general, like, yeah, he's been slagging the set off, cuz crazy over there. And this is from the baby age up until adult age. Most of them don't live to see 26.
Moral, intact person in the world. And they could know all the horrible things Charleston White did. They will automatically assume from the very beginning that Charleston White is more righteous and more than that gangbanger simply because he's a gangbanger. Considering or calling yourself a gangbanger in 2025 comes with a stigma that you can't really kick or beat. And there's no, and there's there's really no way of beating that stigma. People automatically think if you're a gangbanger, you are the worst human being to ever grace this planet. You are a garbage human being. So because people automatically
disagree with that, I disagree with it. Through being someone that's observed, I've been a part and observed that life as well. There's people in that life that become. Let's not call them OGs. Let's not say that because that sounds like we're going, yeah, triple OG, like super gangster. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about super experienced. Someone that's been through it, that's older, that's still, because no matter what, like I just said then, like you may drop your flag, but the flag will always stay above your head, especially in America. Now, it's the same over here in England. I know the likes of MC Trigger, who was a Gooch boy. He does not go around today saying, I'm a Gooch boy, I'm a Gooch man. But he's still a Gooch boy. He will always be known as one. You know, someone from the other sides, if he said now, yo, Trigger, where, they'd say, you Gooch. That's what they would say. And the reason why I mentioned Trigger is because he's famous. He's been on fucking Top Boy. He's he's the most famous drum and bass MC in the bleeding world, one of them. And he's also in movies as well. He's in that film, The Crow. So yeah, that's someone who's a real gang member. Do you know what I mean? And he's also in the gang war book. And in the gang war book, it says in there that he was shot in the head by a Dodderton boy. So, you know, let's not get it twisted. You may drop your flag, but your flag does not drop you. So that's me living in England, knowing that you can't just drop your flag. Shit, I can't just go around certain parts of Manchester and I'll be like, yeah, what's happening? Some people would be like, what are you doing round here? As if to say, have you got the cheek to come round here? There's been bloodshed over this shit. There's been people lost. There's been fucking wars. People have spent years in prison over it. You may drop the flag, but the life ain't going to don't leave you that far behind. That's in the UK. That's where I'm at. Imagine in America. But you can't just walk out your house and say, I'm dropping my flag. Shit. Your own gang will probably kill you because you know too much. When you know too much, you're a threat. You could possibly have them locked up. Joanne Graham in the building. Big up, Joanne. Hope you're well, man. Nice dog, girl. Big up, Secret, as well, man. I hope you have a nice day today. What have you been doing? Yeah, I'm just super streaming at the moment. So anyway, yeah, dropping flags. Charleston White doesn't have a flag to drop in the first place, so that's what's crazy work. Like being told he's got to get gangster or get put off gangster. He's already said, I'm not a gangster, I'm a snitch. He's already said that. So what's Gumby talking about? So anyway, let's go back.
Automatically have that in their head and that stigma is attached to you. You can't really win the I'm more righteous than you angle. It doesn't work at all. And then also, too, though, people bring up, you snitched. You tried gangbanging, you couldn't cut. Yeah, I guess that's a good angle, but you can't really use it against them when Charleston White has openly admitted to snitching. He has openly admitted that he was a rolling 60 Crip at some point, but he realized, man, it was stupid and he left. Right? So you can't really use that against him when he's already confessed to it.
He said that he's stupid, didn't he? He left. How do you join the Rolling 60s Crips and say it's fucking shit and you're leaving? Like that? No, man. Shit. Like,
The
I've
only
got the
way
flu.
to
I
really
can't be
beat
doing
Charleston
this.
White, and I'm just here to tell y'all this right now, man, all right, is to get it in the streets, man. All right, it's to fully crash out. It's not to halfway crash out.
Yeah, you got.
It's the only way to defeat Charleston
Yeah,
White
it's
is
to
to fully crash out.
Yeah, just kill. You've got to take him out.
Right?
That'd be the
When
only
you
way.
come online and you go back and forth, there's really no way to win that battle.
No, he'll kill you.
Charleston White has
He'll
already
drill you into the floor, man. The
exposed
guy
himself to the nth degree. Yo, I knew Charleston White was Thanos. When Charleston White came online and he says he wishes all Asian women and kids get great. Charleston White said that.
Ras.
And Charleston White came back on the internet, man, and everybody forgot about it. So you can't really defeat Charleston White because Charleston White, for the most part,
has already embarrassed
has
himself.
destroyed his own public image already.
He's done the Eminem move, hasn't he, where he destroys his image so you can't come at him. So every time that you say, oh, so you was a gang member then? Yeah. Well, why did you leave? Didn't like it, weren't bothered. I'm a snitch. I snitched on everyone in the gang. We got done for a murder. I passed him the gun. He shot it. I told the police officers what happened. I'm a snitch. I'll snitch on you right now. If you threaten me, I'm going to snitch on you. Like, that's basically what Charleston White's playbook is. So 600 Breezy had an incident where he bumped into Charleston, and literally afterwards he got asked, why did you not lay no paws on him after what he said about King Von? Like, all the stuff he said. He said, because that guy's dangerous. He's out to get you put in prison. That's what his mission is to do. And I'll show you that in a minute.
But people just view gangbangers.
With Shopify, I could turn my passion.
Right. Watch what this guy says now about.
For coffee in
Charleston White says King Von was a demon and Lil Timmy's the Moses. It's in the Bible. Oh my God. Right, this is a clip. Right, everybody, this is Charleston White talking on King Von deserved to die and that prison is the only solution for gangsterism. Shit, man, I didn't know that was a real word, man. I thought only Sean Atwood used that one.
Like, you had a clip that went viral where you're like,
subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and
don't gangbangers
comment
kill
below.
Don't gangbanger wake up every day looking to kill an op. So why shouldn't they die? Why should we wish death on the people that kill people?
so do you think the remedy is for them to die?
Yes. I think most people have to die off in order for things to change. I think most people have to die off. They have to go to jail. Because
Do you believe that was the case with you because you went to jail?
Yeah, I had to go. Yeah, I had to go.
Really?
And it saved my life. Every nigga I know went to jail, it saved their life.
Wow.
Every nigga I know went to jail, it done them some good. And had they not went to jail, they probably would have got killed early on in life, or they would have done something.
He has a good point in the way of self-preservation for male men that are involved in bad activities like street activities where you may lose your life. but I'm not being funny. This man was in a child's prison. He was in there when he was 14 years old. It was child's home. It was not classed as prison or jail. So he hasn't been to jail or prison. So, you know,
at some point in their life where they would assured that they got a life sentence. So it's best that he go to jail for 20 years so he can come home and live good from 40 to 60. It's best that he go to jail at 15 and come home at 25 so he can get the brain development, he can get the treatment, he can get the medical attention that he needs. Most niggas don't even know they got medical problems till they go to jail. Most niggas don't know they got an abscessed tooth, a cavity, until they go to jail. Most niggas don't even know how to read till they go to jail. Most niggas don't even know how to respect their neighbor until they go to jail, and their neighbor will kill them if they fought in the room with them.
The neighbor,
You see what I'm saying?
I said the neighbor will kill him if they fight in the room with him, you know. Shit, man. I was thinking of going to America, you know, but I might have to cut that place out.
Then most niggas come home with the kind of respect and things that they should have got from their home or their big homies down in prison, and they come home better men.
But that's where some people will look at it and say, well, if you're going to suggest or even encourage that young black men who might be misguided or lacking father figures should be incarcerated, they'll label you a term like Uncle Ruckus.
Well, tell that to their mothers who sleep better at night. Tell that to the mothers who sleep better at night when she finally get the call and they say, Mom, I'm in jail. And she finally can say, thank you, Lord. Now, she ain't going to tell him that. She can finally say, I can go, I can finally sleep right now. Now I don't have to worry about it in the middle of the night when the phone rings or they call her and say my baby dead. Tell that to that.
But it's like the life's inevitable whether they're in prison or not. Or, you know, are you waiting for a letter? Are you waiting for a call from the jail saying that he's been found dead in jail? You'd have to have a look into how many gang members go to jail and get killed by other gang members. So that would tell you as well whether sending all people that this man's talking about to prison at a young age to self-preserve themselves for when they're older and wiser is putting everybody in prison. The answer that's what this guy is putting forward in terminology. You know, that's me breaking it down.
That mother. Tell that to the mother when she goes see him, because now he's writing letters home and saying, Mom, I'm sorry. Tell that to the kids who now get to go see daddy, because when daddy in the streets, they don't get to see him that much. But when he in jail, they get to go see him every other weekend. Tell that to the woman who now gets a phone call every day from the nigga.
This guy's making out like prisons are bleeding camp.
He talking like a motherfucker. He's saying all the right things in jail. So now, homie, I've been dealing with the
yeah. He's saying all the right things in jail, and she's doing all the wrong things, more than likely cheating on his ass for being in jail for all his life. Like, you know, karma's a bitch, man. These guys get the karma anyway. These gangbangers, they get it from each other, you know. But what makes Charleston different? Like, what makes this guy better than anybody else? Like, it's crazy, mate.
Criminal justice system. The correctional system for over 40 years. So I'm an expert in this field.
Wow. What people do criticize you for,
here we go,
is that you seem to, you know, I always say, like, even if you had a problem with someone, once they die, you know, those problems pretty much, you gotta, you know, just gotta give it up. You know,
it's over. That's not true at all.
You don't believe death kind of absolves, you know, whatever issue.
This guy's got a beef with you, yeah. Swear to God, Jeff, this guy's got a beef with you. He will be at your grave, shouting at your grave, telling you straight until he feels that he's got his point across. He will keep going to your grave. This guy is a lunatic.
Some people tell that to the creditors. Tell that to the people when you die and you still got bills. Don't they still be trying to collect? Tell that to the insurance, to the life insurance people, homie. No, homie, just because you die, that what you did, what you said, who you are, that don't erase. Your actions live on forever. You got a legacy that people got a right to speak on. Your birthday, The day you're born, the day you die, there's a dash in the middle. That's what we speak on, that dash. And death don't exclude you from what.
But the things that this guy says make his dash very, 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 very looking bad. It don't make it look good. He does good stuff out of talking on YouTube. That's his ace card. But this here, what he does, I don't agree with it, man. He'll be the first to say that, why, we should praise and help Tuka's mum, but at the same time, we stood there saying, stomp on King Von's head and all that. Now that he's dead, like saying all that type of stuff. Why King Von's family are still alive? Why King Von's got a baby that's growing up that looks just like him, and you're shouting out his dad's name, saying it, pissing on his grave and all that. Like, get realistic with it, man. Your dash is looking pretty not looking good, fam.
From what you've done.
You've spoken, quite a lot about like people like King Von
There we
who
go.
passed away.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like the nature of how you've turned
Nasal
his death
things,
into
man.
almost a celebration.
Well, tell that to the Tukaville people that's been smoking Tuka. They did Tuka like that for 11 years. I never even knew who Tuka was until last year. I never knew even who Tuka was. So you mean to tell me we can Tuka for 11, 12 years?
And what that means is like King Von. King Von's always taunting Tuka's death. Tuka's playing crazy. He got fired too. I ain't beefing about no bitches. I got mine too. And that's a chorus. Tuka ring my lungs and saying it every time because he got smoked. Fuck how you feel for real. My best friend, he got killed. He was in that field for real. So when King Von constantly raps about Tuka all the time, you'll get your Tuka split. You'll end up like Tuka at the bus stop. Like always, they're always doing it. It's true. But the other side do the same thing as well, though, when they're making songs about, fuck T-Roy, no, they're dead bitches. Talk about graves and, so it's just as bad on the other side, except the BDs, which is King Von's crew, they was getting more money because they were signed up and stuff. These other characters was not. They were really like scraping through at the times, but So they were definitely getting the bigger audience. Chief Keef, Rondo number 9. They were all saying Smoke Tuka. Everybody knew of these people getting millions of views, so everybody in the world started saying that they're smoking Tuka, man.
And his mother is over in the corner pleading.
See?
She's pleading. So you mean to tell me it's okay for them to do that? But because our favorite rapper is now being mocked as he mocked a kid. Tuka was a kid, a 15-year-old kid who was killed. And no one ever came out and defended Tuka's mother. No one defended Tuka like they defended King Von. King Von was known to be a killer, a man who killed black people, a man who was accused of killing a black girl. So you mean to tell me he's celebrated, right? You got celebrities who take pictures in front of his mural. What about his victims' family? What about the people he's been accused of? Why don't y'all ever speak for them?
Don't you see why don't you see it the other way though?
I can't though, because I'm on the victim side.
Wait. Well, I'm not saying you should. I'm saying why don't you look at his death as it's unfortunate that he didn't come to realize maybe some of his mistakes.
It wasn't unfortunate. Let's look at his death. He had finally made it out of the ghetto.
Sure.
He had finally made it. He had just come home from beating murder cases, brother. Let's look at how serious this is. There are murder cases on his file that he beat. He gets released because the witnesses come up dead. Let's be real with this shit, homie. The witnesses came up dead. Black people. Nobody ever spoke about that.
He was a gang member. There was a gang war going on between two hoods. One called O Block, one called Tukaville, STL, Eberhard. These have been warring since 2010, if not before, under other gangs. But at that point, this is what they were called. Did you say that King Von's a serial killer because of the amount of people that he killed and the way that he killed and the way that he got joy out of it and the way that he taunted it and exposed it and, you know, carried on doing it once he was rich? You said that he was a serial killer. But some people, I know it's not shooting to survive when you're doing it at King Von's ratio of murders, but it's a war. And if you're a war, you're a soldier. But unfortunately, when you're a gang member, you can in the wrong gangs, meaning you're in the serious shit. Then, you know, is someone that's in the Sicario that's a killer for a Colombian drug lord? Is that person a serial killer or is that person a hitman or a soldier? I rest my case.
So here it is. He gets released and become this mega star rapping about his murders.
Yep.
What about those victims? What about their family? Watching this man who they think is a demon, the most horrible person in the world, reap the rewards for being a killer. What about those people? I'm thinking about those people. Fuck that idol. That idol is a demon. A self-proclaimed demon. Nigga, I don't ride with demons. When did black people start riding with demons? Homie, we got grandmothers who pray, mothers who say, son, bless your food before you eat it. When do we, so hear me out. So I'm looking at this and everybody is siding with King Von now. What about these victims over here who nobody's shining the light on? So these
Yeah,
people
you're
are
doing it.
hurting. They don't have a voice. They don't have nobody can say, man, fuck.
They didn't because they wasn't sat. This is the thing. At them times, it's just unfortunate that the BD faction of that movement was doing well in the music industry. The FBG section was not doing as good as what they was. So they was getting listened to and booked and it's Lil Durk and all that lot. So, man, you were coming up against some of the biggest rappers and they were taunting you because you've been part of a war. That's that.
Fuck them, but they saying fuck King Von because he's been accused of killing their people. So when I get the knowledge and the information that this is a killer and these are victims, nigga, I don't give a damn about no killer who bragging about killing people. Proud of killing.
But aren't you a killer though? And aren't you the person that turns around and says, because I'll point out something. This same man who's just been mentioning about the fact that King Von killed black men, right? This man killed a white man and says that he's proud that he killed a white man. He's never killed a black person. I understand that in America because America is a place of guns. As this guy lives in Texas, so open state carry. You know what I mean? You walk around with a fucking revolver on the front of your pants, man. So you know it's crazy, innit? The deaths in America and his gun violence is nuts, man. You get shot by the police for moving the wrong way, but. Yeah, man.
So let me finish. So when I look at King Von's circumstance, I don't say it's unfortunate. I say that was a man that worked hard to die because he was woken up out of his sleep, wasn't he? He was somewhere chilling, minding his business. Somebody said, hey, there go the Quando kid. He wake up out of his sleep to go bring hurt and harm to somebody and died. You want me to feel sorry for a man who was looking to intentionally go hurt another brother and his brother killed the killer? Nah, I don't find that unfortunate. No, not at all. Choices and decisions, brother. You was just delivered from jail and you go come out to the free world after you've been given this break. You've been given this opportunity. This is an opportunity of a lifetime and you still go play killer. Okay, killer, I don't feel sorry for you.
Man, it makes sense. Like it makes sense, but you've got to watch the. Oh, nice one, godson. Yes, brother, I'm good. You know, bro. Merry Christmas to you as well, man. Hope you have a good Christmas, bro. Little secret there, still in the building, yo. Yeah, so I agree. I agree with a lot of what Charleston says. But I don't agree with the fact that he makes a living then off taunting people, babies, all types of stuff that he's mentioned. You've only got to look into Charleston White if you've not already met him on the internet. The guy's nuts, mate, and he says the most outlandish things that you can say. So yeah, man, it's not. He's not the best. He's not the best, really. Like, you know, you wouldn't want him defending you because it'd end up getting you in more trouble. He's a nuisance, is what he is, and that's the reason why he keeps coming back to the internet. He don't come back to knowledge up or anything like that. He said he'd never wear designer clothes or anything, and now he's dressed to the nines in fucking ice and all that, and got diamonds on his teeth. And it's like, what the fuck? This guy said he'd never do that. He's just showing you he played everybody, man. He played everybody. So when he's talking like that about King One Hour, like, yeah, he's right. But then when he's doing these mad videos or death to all Bloods and Crips and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, man, do your thing, bro. You know, I can see some harm coming to Charleston at some point. Unfortunately, I wouldn't wish it upon him. But yeah, I can definitely see something happening to the guy at one point, because there's got to be somebody that is willing to crash out. That's the madness of it. There's always someone willing to crash out. So, you know, the chances of someone crashing out on Charleston White, he makes a statement of saying that he doesn't roll with big security. I don't mean big guys, I mean big teams of security. You know, he doesn't see himself as big celebrity status like that. So he's touchable. So, man, you know, one day he may get his comeuppance, because the things like that he said about Gilly the Kid, you know, my man's son got shot, and he's laughing about it and saying, that's what you get for thinking you're a gangster. What, you know, look at your son now. He's just like you, Mr. Gangster. You know, taking the piss out of Gilly the Kid's son. So that just goes to show, really, that the guy has got no morals when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, man, I've done another video today. I said that I'll keep uploading. I'm full of the fucking flu still, and chatting on here as well. I've done my voice writing. So peace out, people. I've enjoyed watching some of this madness. Charlie Vietch and Charleston White is what the video shall be called. Share the video if you can, gang. Try and hit the like button for me if you can, please. Let's get the algorithm going up. Like I said, I'll be in Manchester next week doing some live recording and going to the places that Charlie goes to, and I will see whether I get the same reaction as what he gets. Yeah, let's find out. That'll be a good thing. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one, and we'll do some more streaming. Hopefully you enjoyed the program and I enjoyed making it. So yeah, man, peace out, people. Thanks to everyone that commented as well, supporting throughout the video. Love it. That's what it's about. Nice one, gang. Got Merry Christmas to everyone as well, just in case that I don't see certain ones here before then. So yeah, man, peace out, people. Nearly Christmas time, man. You know the one. Bang, bang.